We're teaming up with Andrew again. We're heading out on his boats to the East Arm to look for a ghost fishing net.
Good.
Round two?
Round two.
Well, the adventures we had last year was a pretty cool trip. So maybe this year we'll find some new adventures, maybe find a new net. That'd be awesome.
Hey, Jer, I'm only counting like 4 or 5 of you guys.
Yeah, but then there's one little mishap. It's called Jeremy planning, where, you know, he fails to tell people exactly what the dates are. So, yeah, we have someone trying to find their own way in.
Claire's had a concussion, so she won't be diving today. Newman has broken ribs, so he's not going to be diving today. So I've asked a friend, Maxie, to come out and be the backup diver this time.
Who brought a banana?
You guys not know about no bananas on the boat?
I'm bringing everyone else's everything, but not the banana. Not my banana.
There's gonna be 0 fish caught in that boat now.
Back in the day, it was not good to bring bananas on a boat because they rot really fast and they make all the other produce on the boat rot, and then you'll be out of food.
Everyone is like really sad about this frickin' banana, so
Everyone has to have.
everyone has to have a bite.
Can we do that in COVID?
Let's go fishing!
That thing's huge.
I'm going back inside.
Banana is on this boat because of you.
Don't throw me in.
What does that say?
Well, that's like the digital. It has like.
Eked out a bunch.
Who's catching the biggest fish? Nobody's catching a fish. Because I'm not untying that until we get started.
Give it a crank here, Jeremy.
Starting.
We didn't even have the banana on this boat. Good job. Oh, nice one.
Coney?
What?
Is that Coney? The keeper?
Oh, wow, nice. Huge.
That's like down there, eh?
Alright, just pliers.
Second. Weight on him?
Wow.
Nah, we'll just.
It's huge. Nice. That's
Okay.
huge. Woohoo! Whoa. He's beautiful. What a pretty fish.
Fucking let him go.
Sea legs.
Everybody off.
Did you bring any gear off now?
We will. So, last year, or last fall, Nick and I were out doing some personal fishing up around Usingi Point, and Nick hooked into what we believe was an old fishing net.
Okay.
So, right off Usingi Point, there's an island, and we're fishing around that island, and it was probably about 80 feet of water, and he was trolling through the downriggers, and the lure hooked into something because he was fishing pretty close to the bottom and just could not bring it up to the surface.
Right.
And I went by with my sonar and just to see what we were looking at underneath, and it just looked like a whole bunch of fish stacked on top of each other, which I think would probably be a net being drug up right from the bottom, because it would give you that same sort of imagery if something was
So a
underneath.
lot of dead fish in a net.
Could be.
You're hauling that one up, man.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
That's gonna smell great. So was it on his downrigger line?
No, it was on the rod and reel.
Right. So you didn't have a lot of pull on that? I mean, what
Well, it's
what kind
enough.
of?
We're using pretty heavy pound test line, and it was probably halfway up from the bottom,
Okay.
and then eventually just the line just ended up breaking. So
Sure.
it's heavy.
Gotcha. Okay, well, we'll go out, or we'll send the drone out, get a picture of what's actually out there, just see if it's safe to go in. I think maybe what we'll do is, if we can identify a good spot, just park the drone on that. We can swim down, tie a proper line onto it, and then we'll get a lift from the surface.
Yeah.
So it should be a fairly quick one, but
Never know.
but if that net is still catching all those fish you say are in there, that's going to be nasty. Like, that's going to smell horrible.
Gross.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, but not looking forward to
For
it.
sure. I mean, good for the environment to get it out, good for the fish to have that out of the water, but that'll be on the bit on the nasty side. If we're gonna go in, we're gonna do a shore entry. Andrew made it
It's
sound like.
close enough to an island that we can park the boats, unload stuff, a little kind of base camp.
Is there a bit of a beach there? Or?
It's a smooth rock
Okay.
beach, I guess you could say. It's like just a giant rock that's smooth, so we can park the boats there, tie them off, and that'll be good.
So what I'm hearing is, while we're actually doing the work, you're gonna be off fishing someplace.
I'm gonna be helping. Other people,
Helping.
I'm gonna be helping unload the gear so I can go fishing.
yeah, we gotta get lunch. We gotta get lunch. And,
Shore lunch.
and supper for tonight. So yeah.
There you go.
All right, let's go. No bananas on the boat today.
Yeah, no bananas.
Let's not talk about
Zero bananas.
Ready, rope?
The water is super calm this morning, but there is a thick layer of fog covering everything. I've been texting Maxie over the sat phone, and we're super concerned whether or not she'll actually be able to make it out to meet us. With the fog as thick as it is, we're not entirely sure that she's gonna land anywhere near where we're at. I don't know how this is gonna work out, and I feel super bad that she's not making this trip so far. Maxie's last text is she's on the way here. So at some point in half an hour, we'll have a float plane landing.
You do the salmon jump.
Good Lord! Oh man, if that's her, she's really missed the landing zone here. We're about 1 kilometer away. We're gonna have to load up in the boat and go meet them over there and try and pick Maxie up. I brought money to pay for gas. Thanks for bringing her out.
It's probably a mile and a half. Okay. Now we're at 200 feet, so. Trees.
Hey! Good to be here.
Made it.
Got it here again. Found the spot at least. Right here.
Can you pull up your waypoint? I'll get the lat long off you, just in case ours is different. So I'll read that back, 62.205930. We've been driving around for about an hour. We've got the sonar going. Nick's boat is pinging this thing and he's having great success finding it. Andrew's boat, we're just driving past it. We haven't really picked it up on sonar yet except for one time. We know the net's down there. We just don't know whether it's kind of laid out, you know, north-south, east-west. We want to kind of figure out the orientation where it is. I really need some info about how we're going to do a dive plan on this, like just to see where this is going to be. I don't know. It's like hit or miss whether or not we're hitting this thing. I don't know if it's up in the water column, if it's down on the bottom. Hopefully we can get a bit more details. I'm gonna put the drone in. Maybe if I can get the drone close to it, we'll be able to lock on, maybe put a clip on it and pull it up that way. Kind of the backup plan, maybe we'll put the anchor down and just try and dive on it. It is a bit sketchy dealing with the net underwater. I mean, we're always worried about whether or not, you know, you're gonna get entangled. So Claire's super stressed out about that. So we really wanna make sure that we're being as safe as possible with the circumstances as we know them.
This confidence check is brought to you by Yellowknife Sportfishing Adventures. Jeremy, how confident are you right now? It's just a confidence check.
75%,
75, pretty high.
unusually high.
Mine's a little bit lower than yours,
But
but
you've been on more of these adventures
Yeah.
than I have.
I feel like you have amnesia.
So this drone, I don't think I actually got around to doing the GPS or the compass on it. We put it on the surface. Maxie says head on a bearing of 129. I send it out on 129. Andrew's got the cable or the tether, and he's saying, you're way the heck up here, which is, 297. This thing is not performing the way I need it to do it all. It's like, I just want to send a drone that way, drop it down, find a net. Instead, it's halfway to Mars over here, and this is not working out the way I need it to.
So yeah, I just dropped the downrigger balls down to like 65 feet, and we'll see if we can drive through it, pick it up.
Different plan.
Evolving plans. The story of Jeremy Adventures.
So this was all Andrew's idea.
That's it. We've spent about 2 hours driving in circles. We've gone over the zone where this stupid net is supposed to be about 40 times each. We can't find it. I don't even know if it's there anymore. I mean, we just had this one sonar hit that showed maybe it was there. So I'm giving up. We're gonna try and find some food. We need to get some supper into us, so let's go fishing.
No, Claire, it's a fish.
Fish?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, fish! It's just a fish!
It's
just a fish!
It's good size, so just take your time with it.
Oh, fuck! Fuck! What do I do, Andrew?
Claire just hooked onto it. She thinks she's on the net. I mean, this is phenomenal. We've been passing back and forth, and finally some positivity today.
Don't touch the thread.
But it's not the net. Andrew's saying this thing is going. I think she's got a fish, and I think it's going to be huge.
Just if he's fighting, just let him take his time. Nope. So when he's not pulling, reel, slow.
This thing is the size of a freaking shark. When it came up, I was like, oh my goodness, you've got a nurse shark on there. That is one of the biggest fish I've ever seen come out of this. Like, she's going to be super stoked. Claire is super stoked. It's a phenomenal fish. Everyone's excited. Like, just this fish is dragging the boat away. It's a monster.
Holy crap!
I can't express, I've never seen a fish this huge. This is phenomenal.
Don't worry, I got this.
You got it?
We got the net!
No way, that's a fish.
No! It's a pretty big fish. We got you, Siggy Monster!
This is insane. There was so much stuff going on this boat right now. Claire just got done dealing with this monster fish. Maxie's got a monster fish going on. She's getting her photo op getting done. Claire thinks she's connected to the net. I've got something pulling on my rod. Andrew's bouncing back and forth between us all. It's just friggin' mayhem.
So we're gonna do a slow descent. We're gonna follow the line. Don't grab the line. Hang on to me, so I'll be watching my computer as we go down.
Okay.
What we need to do is as we get close to the end of the line, so the line changes color, so that will give us a warning that we're in the last 10 feet.
Okay.
Once we get down there, we establish neutral buoyancy, and then we'll figure out tying off the rope to that. The shears, we'll put these, one on the BCB within easy reach. We'll have a couple of knives each, kind of on the arms where it's up close, so if you get tangled, you can do that. The thing is, if you do have a rope wrapped around you, stop. I'll be watching you. I'll probably give you to stay calm. And we'll cut as needed. Worst thing you can do is start thrashing, because then you're just going to start pulling up.
Okay.
So there's no panic in this. We are going to go down super slow, like no more than a foot per second.
Yeah, perfect.
Follow the line down. Make a simple plan, connect that simple line, pull back in.
Do you have to pee?
Maxie and I were taking a slow, deliberate approach to get towards the net. We know the line is leading us right to it, so we're going to follow that line. What we want to do is just make sure that we get eyes on the net before we get too close to it. The visibility has been great. We saw that on the drone. So if we can see the net, we're just going to get close, slowly get there, and connect onto it. So we've been following the line down. We've got our buoy on the surface. We've got an extra rope that we brought down that we're going to connect to the net, that people up on the surface will be able to pull that back up to the surface. So it is really, we're just going to minimize our contact with this net just get a line on it because we don't want to increase the risk to ourselves that we're going to get entangled and stuck on the bottom. We've gone down to about 60 feet. One of the things we really need to be concerned about is the amount of nitrogen that's built up in our body while we've been working on this net. So Maxie and I are going to take it super slow ascending. We're going about a foot per second. And one of the things we need to do is we need to make a safety stop at about 15 feet. And that's going to give our bodies a chance to release the nitrogen out of the bloodstream and out through our breathing. Because one of the things we don't want to have happen is us get the bends, which is a medical condition that can happen when you're diving. Oh yeah!
Is it down there?
Oh, flip that upside down.
Inflate your BCD.
There you go.
Is your BCD inflated?
Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Whoa.
Probably the one, it's
like,
probably
oh,
ones
it's
you lost
last
last year. Well, keep it in, don't risk losing it. Yeah. Oh yeah. So this would have been the lure that yeah, Nick hooked into last year. We're getting it back. That's why we did it. So we get my $20 lure back.
Don't breathe, Andrew.
Slow. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that's big. Really, not as big.
What was that? So it was so cold down there, like cut through diamonds, it cut through merino wool. That's how nipple.
So we got the net up, and this is awesome. This is the hook that started it all. This is the one that Andrew lost last season when he caught into this net. So I don't know whether he's aware or not, but it's now salvage and it's mine because I own all this because I recovered it. So Andrew, thank you for the hook.
You can thank PJ Special or Pete's Outdoors for that one.
It's a phenomenal hook, and I'm glad it got us a net. So, I mean, for us, this has been exciting. This has been a great dive. We got, you know, a net that's been damaging to the environment out of the water. This has been an awesome trip. We've had a great dive. We've got another day of great fishing ahead of us here. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the show.